Hello, home bosses. The other day I was on Amazon doing some research and I was looking for a logic puzzle book called Murdoku. I found the listing, but it didn't look as I expected. And as I read it, I noticed something a little odd. Then I noticed a few more strange things. So I thought I would show you because if you publish books yourself, I think you will find this interesting. So here is the first thing. On Amazon, the title of this book shows as Michael Joseph Mordoku. At first, I thought this must be a fake copy. It's not what I expected the listing to look like. But Michael Joseph is not part of the title. The title of the book is just Murdoku. So, what was this Michael Joseph part? I did a little digging and found out that it's the name of the publisher's imprint. Michael Joseph is one of the imprints under Penguin, a big publishing house here in the UK. So the publisher's name has ended up inside the title field right next to the real title. Very odd. Next, I looked at the reviews. This part really surprised me. There were quite a few one-star reviews from unhappy buyers. And I thought, how can that be? This is a really famous, very popular book, and everybody loves it. So I wasn't quite sure where those negative reviews were coming from. But when I read them, they were saying the book was the same as one they already owned, just with a different cover. So I was quite confused by then. So I went a little bit deeper. And here is what actually happened. There is a UK edition with a green cover, which is the one that I bought on amazon.co.uk. And there is a US edition with a purple cover. The puzzles inside are exactly the same, but the reviews from both editions have been placed on the same page. So some people bought the second cover thinking it was a new book and found the same puzzles that they already had. And that's not the author's fault, it's just the way the two editions have been joined together on the site by Amazon. And then I looked for this book on the Amazon UK site and I found it and I read the subtitle. The subtitle says, Murdoku 80 Murder Mystery Logic Puzzles, the perfect gift for puzzlers and cozy crime fans. Look at the word gift. If you published through Amazon KDP, you might already see why I noticed it. Amazon has rules about what you can put in your title and subtitle, and promotional words like gift or best are the kind of things their system can flag. I've had a book of mine removed before for something small like that, and I unpublished a whole load of books because they had the word gift in the subtitle. So it was interesting to see one here with no problem, especially as it's published by Penguin, a very large and well-known publishing house here in the UK. So it's a little bit strange that we can't use those words, but a big publishing house is using them. So people look at this and feel that it's unfair. They feel indie authors are held to a stricter standard. And I understand why it looks that way. But I want to give you a calmer way to think about it because I don't think it's really about favoritism. From what I can see, it depends on how the books get onto Amazon in the first place. When you and I publish, we go through KDP. KDP has an automated system that checks our titles and keywords quite closely. Big publishers like Penguin, they don't use KDP. Their book information comes in through a different route, the same feeds that send their titles to lots of shops at once. So those two systems are separate and they follow different rules. So it's less that one side is allowed to break the rules and more that the two types of books are checked by two different systems. So what does this mean for you and me? The main thing is this: we can't control the big publisher side, but we can control our own listings. And the rules on our side are not a secret. Once you know them, they're easy to follow. Amazon doesn't want anything in the title or subtitle that sounds like an advert. So words like best, free, new, or gift can all cause a problem. And it also doesn't want the names of other authors or other book titles or words that are only there to catch searches. Your title and subtitle are for telling the reader what the book is, nothing more. So there are a few other small things worth knowing. Your subtitle needs to appear on your cover as well, not just in the box on Amazon. Your title and subtitle together need to stay under 200 characters, and you don't need to repeat words that are already in your title because Amazon reads those anyway. There is one more part of this that can affect indie authors too. Remember those merged reviews? That can happen to any book with more than one version. If you publish a paperback and a hardback, or you bring out a second edition, Amazon can sometimes group the reviews together. It's worth knowing about so you understand what it is if you ever see it on your own listing. There is a bigger lesson in all of this, and it is one that I wish I had understood sooner. When I started out, I used to study other books on Amazon to learn how to write my own titles. I would find a book that was selling well, look at the title and subtitle, and copy the way it was set out. It felt like a sensible way to learn. But here is the problem: you can't tell just by looking how a book got onto Amazon. The listing you're copying might be from a big publisher, it might not be from KDP. It might not follow the KDP rules at all. So if you copy it, you can end up building a title that Amazon will flag the moment that you try to publish it. So this is why so many new publishers get it wrong. They see a title on Amazon, they assume it must be allowed because it's already there and they follow it. But it's already on Amazon does not mean it's allowed on KDP. Those are two different things for the reason we just talked about. So do look at other books for ideas, look at how they describe the content and what makes them clear, but learn the KDP rules from KDP, not from listings that may never have been uploaded through KDP in the first place. And I find this sort of thing really interesting because it shows how much is involved in a single book listing. Two books can sit next to each other in the same shop and get there in a completely different way. And the more you understand about how your own side works, the KDP side, the fewer surprises you'll get. And if you would like help with this part, the listings, the keywords, and the metadata rules, that is one of the things we work on inside my Homeboss Publishing Academy. And it's a really friendly community where I share what I have learned from publishing my own books and where you can ask questions and get answers. There are live calls every week. And if that sounds useful, the link is below this video. So, have you ever noticed something strange on a book listing? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have found. There are some very strange things going on Amazon, and the reason being is that Amazon is separate from KDP, but it all shows on the same site. So, thank you so much for watching and spending time with me. Take care of your business and take care of yourself. See you in the next video. Bye for now.